Great news from the Den as Gary Staff speaks to some of the No One Likes Us talking team about the signing of Troy Parrott.
Not everybody likes them, but they don't care.
Great news about Troy Parrott joining us from Spurs, a striker and also a full Irish international. According to reports, Mill had been working on a deal to bring Troy to the Den since far back as February. He was a target for Charlton in the last January transfer window also. The South London press claim that more details of the loan to move the Championship club were tied up in Dublin, where he was currently located following the end of the season. What do you make of our new acquisition on loan to us for the whole season from Tottenham?
I think it's a very exciting prospect. I've got a few mates that are Spurs fans and they've all spoke very highly of him. Hopefully with him being an Irish international and, having connections with Jason Malumbi, hopefully he's put a word in. And the same with Harry Kane, because obviously he was with us, once upon a time, and look how he turned out. He's only 18, so there will be a bit of pressure on him. But I think if he can do well with us, then he will go on to have a very good career.
That was James Kelly, and now we'll catch up with Jeff Burnige, former Millwall chairman and board member, who links back to a rich history of Millwall's past in relation to Troy Parrott signing.
Like everybody else, I will be excited. We used to have a very good relationship with Tottenham when Tim Sherwood was running the under-23s, and of course he later became manager, and he was very friendly with Kenny Jackett. That's how we came to get Harry Kane, how we came to get Ryan Mason, Andros Townsend. Obviously when Sherwood moved on, that got lost. But the other big relationship we had in my day, slightly earlier, was a relationship with the Dublin boys club, Belvedere. And that's the club that produced Troy Parrott. And it won't have come directly from Belvedere, but certain players did. Obviously, Richard Sadlier was straight to us from Belvedere. Mark Kennedy was straight to us from there. Kevin Grogan, some people will remember. Mark Quigley, Ross Gaynor, less familiar names. We had this relationship from the very late 70s when Mark arrived, all the way up till about 2008 or something like that, when that's roughly the time that I left the board, and I think different things were done, different relationships were created. But also old Belvedere boys, Fordy, David Ford, Robbie Ryan, and there are others. So we had a great historic relationship with them, and I think that gives it a bit of extra flavour for me. I'm sure Richard will have his say at some point, maybe even Mark Kennedy will have his say, and it's brilliant news. It is. Let's hope he's successful, because the press's angle has been like it's the next Harry Kane, who unbelievably was 18 as well when he came to us, and a lot of people remember that very, very well. He could well be our next Harry Kane. He could be our Ryan Brewster, the lad that Swansea got on loan from Liverpool and almost scored against us. But of course, it was a Bart own goal in the end, which actually put them in the playoffs rather than us. But so if he has the same effect on us as Ryan Brewster's had on Swansea, then we're in for a very exciting season. And I can't wait, basically.
Well, it sounds very promising, I have to say. I mean, and it's what I found interesting is that it was a bit of an insight to find out that we'd actually been working on the deal to get him here since February. I mean, when I found that out, I must admit I was very surprised, and it just goes to show you sometimes how difficult these transfers are. They're not as easy as people think. You just flash the money and they come running. But no, I mean, if the obvious comparison's been made to Harry Kane, and if he's half as good as Harry Kane, then we ain't going to be doing so bad, I've got to admit. And full credit to the club and Gary Rowett, because no doubt about it, the season's over. He's not been hanging about, and he's obviously got his targets, and he's been successful. So let's hope when we turn up next season, he's somewhat like a goal machine, assuming he gets the right sort of service, obviously.
Thanks for those thoughts, Stan, James and Jeff.